Okay. See the stream title name. There's a reason why I'm talking about this. And I think there's a point why I've decided to name the stream that and talk about something like this. But I've been around on YouTube for a very long time. I've been around in communities, been around in different places, learning different things, encountering and experience and taking lessons and kind of thinking about stuff, but kind of extending my reach as a human being in different things to kind of open my mind and broaden my horizon just a little bit more. But the thing is, when there are things that consistently go on at times where people just take and play it as a game when there's actually some serious things that's going on, but nobody wants to hold themselves accountable or be straight up about it or even be serious, even if it's just some little petty stuff. Like, okay, fine, it's petty, it's dumb, it's just nonsense. But when the level on it is turned up a little bit on a notch, things get kind of far and get taken to a new level that is kind of something that needs to be brought to the light and it needs to be talked about. Because people out here these days, some people out here on this internet, on the internet streets, YouTube streets, whatever you want to call it. What I'm not getting is that you've got some real people out here. But are they as real as they say they are? Because you can only see what you see on the phone screen. You see what you see in videos, you see what you see just here. But in real life, I'm sure they are a completely different person. But here's a catch. If this person is playing a character and you only see the character they're playing, but on the other side of things, off this device, or off YouTube, off the internet, whatever, and you see that people are completely different. Now, hear me out. Think about this. A person can play a character all day long when they're on this platform, but when you say some things and you got people on here that probably don't know who you are or have never seen you, like the main event thing, kind of reminds me of Jey Uso, or also Saturday main event that WWE had. But when people say who they are, you take their word for it. But when people are running around playing characters on here and not doing it in like an entertainment way or in a comedic way, and they're just doing it to either get in drama, cause drama, make up fake lies and blame the character when that character's actually them, when they need to hold themselves accountable for what they're doing and how they're saying it. Because you can't sit and, play a character and involve yourself and then say, oh, it's just a character, it's not me, it's just a character, I'm just playing a character, it's all satire, I'm not hurting nobody. But you say some malicious things, even if you're not gonna do those things do hurt people. They do. Words can hurt some people, especially, if they're really sensitive and they can't take it. Trust me. And, I wouldn't be able to take certain things, but the way the world is, narratives are everywhere. Narratives can be turned, narratives can be thrown around like a ball. A wall, you got two walls. Bounce a ball. Back and forth, 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 back and forth. It's bouncing. It bounces. It bounces back and forth. It legit bounces back and forth, Like, the thing of it is, I get it goes back and forth, but somebody's got to take a stand and shut it down. Stop it and shut it down. Like, if the ball's still bouncing, somebody can step in front of the ball and intercept the ball and stop it. It can take one person to shut something down. Like, it can take one person to shut something down in a matter of nothing. Like, it don't take anything to shut something down. It's just, I feel like the realness that used to, like, okay, I may have not experienced enough, but I've seen enough. The thing of it is, people need to be able to hold themselves accountable, stand on their own 2 feet. Well, the thing is, you can't let somebody run around and go about causing nonsense while someone else is able to call it out and bring it to the light. Because if it keeps going and the brakes are not stopped, and it's still ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. I agree with that one, Joe Ryan. Yes, sir. Make America great again. But if the lights keep, if the ball just goes going ding, oh, what am I thinking of? Was I thinking of a clock? Was like, okay, like a ball going point, 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 still going back and forth, and no stop, like no stop, no pull on the brakes. It's going back and forth. Like somebody's got to take a stand. Someone's got to call it out, and then but once someone, because some people will just think it's a game. Some people will just play a character. Some people will just play dumb and not even. They just like the either they like the back and forth. They love the chaos. They love the drama, or they love the nonsense. And I mean, I get it. Some things can be fun. Some things can be fun. Some things can be entertaining. But when things, you start saying things malicious, or you start doing things a little bit out of character, and you start making up lies about somebody, especially if you know them, and you completely change your attitude, your trajectory, and like what you're projecting on what you're saying, and all of a sudden you just snap on a flick of a switch, and you act completely different. Like, that's not being as real as you once thought you were. People do this all the time, every day, quicker than a whip. Or even quicker than a snap, but it seems like the realness is tending to fade away. The realness is tending to fade away. Everybody can have white and red roses all day long. Here's the thing: some are real, some are fake. If people got red roses, they will die. That are real. But if the ones are just plastic, they're fake as it gets. They're fake as it gets. And I tend to try to keep it real. And I tend to try to own and do what I say I do. It's just, maybe I may not be doing enough sometimes. Or sometimes I just, maybe, I say some things and maybe I'm not sure how to do it. Hey, you got at least commend someone for trying. It's the effort that matters. It's the effort that matters, and it's the dedication of trying. You can't get mad at somebody just for trying and trying to do the right thing. You can't. But I don't understand at points where people take things and go nuts like they do. Because I know there's real people out there. I really do. Like, I really know there's real people out there, like, that actually care and not selfish, not about themselves, but actually bringing things to the light, shutting it down, and getting people to realize what they're doing. You can't sit out there, run, and go saying all this craziness about a certain narrative, and then spin it, and then run with it in so many different directions when that wasn't the way it said. That seems to be the thing with the people on the internet these days, because everybody wants to take and say things and run with it like it is a freaking, let's say it's like a brand new car. Guy gets in it, drives, goes and shows the city, or goes for a cruise and shows off to people. And some people are looking at this guy like, cool car. Guy's got some decent money. Some people look at some guys see this guy driving his car, he whips it out a little bit, starts speeding, or starts kind of just swerving and curving around a little bit, and they look at him like, You crazy? And then just some people just see the guy like he's having fun. And hey, many people can think many different things. You know, at the end of the day, it doesn't affect you, but a lot of times it depends on the situation, and it depends on the whole, like, what's going on. Because, like I said, the realness tends to lie a lot, especially if you ain't real. Like, every racetrack has curbs. Every racetrack has its curbs. But the thing is, many things, once you know, people can think all they want to think about you, you know. Some people might think you're crazy. Some people might think you're cool. Some people might think, he's okay. Some people like, this guy's just living life. Leave him alone. You know, everything does matter, but not always. Not always on the internet. And I had to learn that. I just realized I had a good dose of reality yesterday. Not everything you know that are said about you. You know, you shouldn't really take it to the faint of heart. That's just the thing is, I don't get the point that everybody wants to keep going back and forth. I'm like, when someone calls out on your crap, you either own it and stop it and know not to keep it going and hush. But some people want to make a game out of it, like a mouse go. It's how the heck? What kind of game can I think of? What kind of game can I think of? It's kind of like playing with a dog. You know, you got a squeaky toy. You got the dog. You throw the toy. The dog goes and fetches it. The dog brings it back. He wants to go for more. The dog wants to play more. That's the thing. That's what some of these people are doing. They're the dog that wants to fetch the toy and come back for more. That's the point. It's like fetch and retrieve. Fetch and retrieve. Fetch the information, retrieve it, go back. Do it, then go back again, come back. It is like a repeating, it's like a circle. Going around and around and around. Look at the ceiling fan. Around and around and around and around. You get what I mean? You get what I mean? It's like a freaking merry-go-round. Everybody's having fun and everybody's just going, wee! I'm having fun! But some things like that are not fun. When it's back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. And nobody knows how to stop. At least somebody knows to call it out and stop it, but when it's just other individuals, they're just going back and forth, and I don't want to stop. Like, I don't understand why people want to go and spin narratives all the time when someone's actually calling the things out, telling it for what it is, and they heard what they heard. You take them at the word. You don't go and say, oh, they're a liar. They're making this up. They're on drugs. They're crazy. They're dumb. They're not intellectually smart. They're just running their mouth because it sounds good and they like to tell lies. If somebody is actually hearing something and they're actually calling it out, you take them at their word. What is happening to take people at the word? I mean, but there are people that can tell. There are people that can tell about calling things out, and they're able to depict things from a different thing that is said. Thank you. Jesus is always a good man. He watches everybody, and he works in mysterious ways. I appreciate you. God bless the Lord, and we will continue to worship the Lord and Christianity. Thank you, friend. May God bless you, and you have an awesome day, and I hope God watches over and shows you love. But if somebody is able to pick apart or be able to tell the difference between fake and real, I would trust that guy. I would trust that guy. Especially if he knows what he's talking about and he's got the sense and the awareness, but also the experience. And sometimes not everybody's gonna have experience. Maybe somebody, maybe experienced something at home, growing up as a kid, in a situation or a scenario. and there's something that they can fall back on and like relate with, and then they're able to like call out because they've seen something similar to this, even if it may be a different type of outcome. You can't always predict every outcome. There are some people though that are very crafty to pick up somebody's moves. There are people that are very crafty to pick up on something. Like, they can predict it, but it's not always going to be right. Like, right when you say it's going to happen. But when they realize it will happen, if it like happens 2 weeks from now, or if it happens a day from now, somebody is able to call it out, and within a matter of time, it's like it just happened. But it didn't exactly happen like how they predicted it, but it happened. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I just find it so crazy. There are good, smart, educated people, but the thing is, sorry, my nose. Towel. I'm gonna get it out of here. Throw it in the thing later. I got an itchy nose. Sorry. But when people call it out and know what they know, you got to give that man credit, man or woman. Give them credit for what they know. They got to be intellectually smart. You gotta give them credit. You gotta give them praise because they're not as dumb as you think they are. Look, I'm not all there neither. I'm not all there. I struggle with awareness. I struggle with comprehension. I've got a mind of a kid. I do have disabilities. I've had meltdowns on my own lives. Some people have seen it. They've seen me have meltdowns. I ain't faking nothing. A lot of people don't know, like, what are you talking about? It's just me being me. It's just me being me. Because a lot of this stuff, just that goes on. Don't matter what community it is, don't matter who you are. Not all of us are dumb. I've heard I've been called naive and ignorant, but look, maybe I am. Maybe I am, but I don't seem to see it like that. I don't seem to see myself as that, but I don't know. Because I can't always take everybody's different, what they see me as. Because I'm like, I'll sit there and think differently. Because I don't see myself as that. Like, I really don't. Stubborn? Yes. Am I stubborn? Hell yes. Am I a little bit slow to react to things? Yes, I'm very slow. It takes me a little bit. Some things I can catch on too easy, and some things take me a little bit. And that's just being real as it is. I mean, yes, I hold myself accountable and I do what I say. But the thing is, it's like the thing does not exist. It's like the thing don't exist. What do you mean by the... Okay, I see that emoji. Can you express what you're saying to me when you use that emoji, please? I kind of want to be able to pick your brain a little bit and see what you're thinking. I do like to try to pick people's brains just to see what they're thinking when they do that, because I think all sorts of ways. If once someone explains it, I get it. I'm not good with text, but I'll carry on. But we need more real people out there, people that you can trust and count on with the realness, and not just play character and play like fake dress up characters all the time. Shoot, I can go dress up as a cowboy right now, and I can claim that I know how to ride a bull and ride a horse and go and talk about all the Western stuff when I don't know jack squat. Just because I was in ag class and learned what I learned doesn't make me a cowboy. I'm just a redneck. A little bit of a redneck. Country boy at heart, but the thing is, people can dress up and play characters all day long. Like, I can dress up as a character and entertain you guys all the time. I can do Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy, freaking Big Mouth Johnny. Like, those are characters I do, but when I do it, it's for entertainment. It's for entertainment. I'm a YouTuber, but I really don't want to see myself as a YouTuber. I'm a content creator. I'm a content creator. My purpose is to make memorable things to be remembered for, but also bring people together, create these ideas and what I think, but right now I'm kind of stuck with creator's block and haven't really been in the mood to edit anything. So at the moment I've been streaming, like what you're seeing right now, in front of you. Check out my catalog, check out everything I do. You will see what I'm about. Even if it may be weird, cringy, or stupid, I'm still the same person I am on and off this camera. On and off this thing. There may be a lot of people that don't know me, but a lot of the actions that I take people at the word. If I see someone's actions, if I'm actually seeing what they're saying and I see it for myself, I take them at the word, man. And if they're not lying about it, they have my eyes and my ears. And I will take them at that. You can't say different. You can't tell me different. If I'm able to see somebody's actions and see how they're acting and going about it, I'm not as dumb as I think. I'm not as dumb as some people think I am. You can say I'm on drugs, you can say I'm retarded, you can say I'm a tweaker. I may not be perfect, I know my flaws, but at least I got people around me that gives a lot of effort into trying to keep me going and keep me supportive. That keep me going and they keep me supported, on being positive, giving me like the family support love, and being there. And I feel like there's another thing. That's another thing. There may be a lot of people out here that tend to try to be friends with people, to be buddy, kiss their butt and keep going, just to be a people pleaser, just to keep going or be a yes man, on and off, always kissing butt and going here, going there. Just I don't know if it's like a middleman. I don't know. It's like playing both sides. Some people can just be neutral and not even have to say anything at all. But some people can sit back and see things unfold like a falling house of cards. They can all see it come crumbling down. Like I have. Analyze, observe, sit back, and watch. But listen too. I'm not going to be able to get every little detail. But it's crazy. I know why you said "ayo" because of what I said, but it's some things that are actually said that is like in an expression. It's a thing that is said. I don't know how to explain it. You could look it up. And I'm not literally doing that. That's just the way, it could be like bootlicking, it could be like bootlicking, or it's kind of like a yes man, because I mean being a butt kisser is like, it's like a yes man. You say yes to everything. You say yes to everything. You agree to everything that somebody says, and then you don't even disagree. You say yes. You say yes all the time, and it's like it doesn't seem like you disagree with anything. It's like you're always just trying to please that person, but also just keep going back and forth, just saying yes to everything they say. And that's the thing. Like I see that there's still loyalty out there. I see that there's still people that support and care and give a crap about stuff. But the thing of it is, do you really support that person? Do you really have the loyalty? Or are you just faking the loyalty just to get under somebody's good graces and then just turn your back on them and stab them in the back and take everything they have? Take it all from them. By taking it all, that means take the knife, stab them, and run with everything they have as they're just sitting there with the knife in the back. Because of after everything that you claim to be real friend, real supposed friend, did wrong and hurt somebody. When supposed real friend stabs an actual real friend that somebody called you a friend, and you run the knife and you just, I'm not saying somebody actually gets stabbed. It's just an expression, like the knife in the back, because people take a lot of abuse every day, through people, that are always carrying those knives on their backs because, that's how many people stabbed them in the back because of how many people have just, people have turned on them and just stabs them in the back, starts talking mad crap about them and starts dissing them and starts doing this, doing that. There's a lot of that in this world. And it's sad that real people can't be real, but they play a character like it's like their life depends on it. And they just want to serve such a full purpose. It's like, oh, it's just a character. It's all good. It's okay. Don't mind it. Just brush it off. Let's go on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. It's all good. No big deal. Let's go. When that shouldn't be the case. That shouldn't ever be the case. When that guy trusted you, he or she, they trusted you. They gave you their loyalty. They gave you their support. They gave you their friendship, and they wanted you to trust them. They even gave you some secrets about them. But you go run and tell everybody. They know all about it. Like they went on a podium and they went on the stage, they grabbed the mic and they go say, "Hello everybody, I know such and I know how this person is and I'm going to talk about it like it's a dependent situation." Like it's a dependent situation to ruin that person's life and make them miserable for all the things they did for you. You don't do that. That's not a friend. That is a backstabber. That is just like, that's low and scummy. All the loyalty, all the love, all the respect, all the support goes out the window. Nobody can trust you when you do that stuff. That don't seem like it exists anymore. You'll be able to find it within people, but it's a kind of a trust thing. It's all about trust. It's all about trust and being able to understand and pick things apart. Everybody can agree to disagree on topics and on anything in life, but still be friends. You can put a Republican and a Democrat together. They might not see eye to eye, but there's some people that may be able to meet in the middle politically and agree on certain things that they may not agree on, but there may be some things they do agree on, and they're still friends. The thing is, I feel like people, don't sit and talk anymore. I feel like it's more name calling, and yeah, you can call it out, but sometimes there's always got to be another general direction to do these things and call it actually out. But have a conversation either behind the scenes or or up in person. Because I know some people that may not ever be able to get along. God, as my witness, knows what I'm talking about. Some people will not get along, but some people are just afraid to go and talk to that person. It isn't the thing that you're afraid that what they're gonna think. It's the thing that you feel like maybe you're gonna hurt somebody and you don't really want to hurt them because you find it so hard to believe that you actually can't even believe what they did to you. All the hurt and all the pain that it's caused. And it just seems like, you care about this individual, you do everything you can for that individual, and you stood up for the individual, and you say the things that that you trusted this person, you gave them all your time, you gave them all your respect, loyalty, you give it all to them. But as soon as you witness something completely different that wasn't them and it was so out of character, and you go, what the frick did I just witness? Like, that isn't them. That ain't the person that I know. What the crap? Where'd that come from? That's the thing. Where exactly did that even come from? Where did those words come from? Where did that anger come from? Where did that hatred and just the malicious things they do, they say, the hurt, the pain, the sadness, the frustration, and whatever else comes with it. Because it just seems like people do nothing but give people chances. And I have cut many people off, and I have given many people chances. I've heard many people talk good about me. About me. And it makes me think. And I'm like, I don't know if I should trust that. And then I get up in my head and go, like, I don't know what to think about that. And it makes me question myself, and it makes me wonder, like, did I make a stupid decision? Or did I make the right decision? That's the thing about that. I never know how to think about that. I never know how to approach that situation. I don't. I don't hate nobody. I don't hate nobody. I don't want to see no one get hurt. I do wish people the best. I do wish them the best, and I will pray for them and hope they will go and make better choices and become a better human being, where they'll be stuck in the same way that they've always been. Unconsiderate, selfish, lazy, not true to the word, not willing enough to put in enough effort to try and change and be a better human being about themselves. Like I said, the realness tends to fade away. Because if there is not enough real people with a mind of their own, but with good common sense, good common courtesy, morals, and many people value them, respect them, trust them, understand them, may not agree with them, some may agree with them, some may not agree with them. But where is that? Where is that? Where is that general value? Where are those things? I have been around on YouTube for a very, very long time. Like I said, through many different communities. And I've seen a lot of different stuff. I can observe, listen, and, just kind of watch. Observing is watching, my bad. Observing, listening, analyze, and it takes me a little bit, but you will be able to tell who's real, who's fake, and who's actually genuine and actually means what they say. Because if people don't mean what they say, their word don't mean anything. The word has no value. It doesn't mean wickedy. Don't mean wickedy split. It don't mean crap. It's just a waste of garbage. Just a pile of garbage just sitting there stinking up the place that should have been thrown out weeks ago. When you tried. You did your part and gave it a chance. And you tried. But certain people just can't always live up to the word. Certain people just can't live up to the values and the things that they're representing and the things they speak upon. Because values mean a lot. And they carry a lot of weight. This world needs more genuine, authentic people. Not always nice people, but sometimes people that need to always say no. That's one of my flaws. I sometimes have a hard time saying no or letting go because I'm clingy. I can get attached real easy. I show a little bit of emotion, and I may forgive too easy sometimes. But I had to learn the lessons that come out of those situations, and they come out of that stuff, and that goes for anybody. I am trying to preach to the choir, trying to represent what I say. I don't care if people think this is rambling. This is genuine talking. There's people watching behind the screen. I don't care if there's 20 gazillion people watching. Heck, for all I know, somebody's watching from a far distant planet. And who even knows if that is even possible? Don't even try to ask me that question. I'm just speaking out loud, or even in general. That could have been a crazy example, but you know what I mean. You get what I mean. But the thing is, I just wish people would be real. Stop playing characters. Stop playing something that you're not. Stop making up fake stories. Tell real stuff that you've experienced. Tell real things that you know. People don't have to go out there and make up all of these cool stuff to make them look cool and make them look like something they're not. There was an episode on SEAL Team where one of the guys had a buddy that they were making friends with. He talked all high and mighty about how great his life was, how good he had it, and just how good it was. But in the episode, it progresses and it progresses. Guess what? The outcome was not what they were expecting when they went to go and see some of the things that guy was talking about. After his death in a parachute accident. Well, he was training to be a paratrooper. Well, that's one of those guys' buddies that you see in the episode. I think it's season 1 of a SEAL Team. But you hear all these great things. You hear all these great things about this guy's parents, this guy's house, his big money. But comes to find out when the truth came out, it wasn't what you thought it was. It was all to impress people. Excuse me, I burped. That's the gelatin salad I had. But it wasn't what it said. It wasn't what you thought it was. Because it was all made up to impress people. All they're doing it for is to impress people, to make them think, oh, look at me, I'm cool. Like, look at me, I got all these cool things. Please believe me. I'm as real as it gets. Please believe me. Believe me. Please believe me. But when the believing isn't believed, like the boy that cried wolf, after the many times he told the town folk he saw a wolf, the wolf came. But the town folk didn't believe him. That boy was no more. After all the lies. And when it really came. The truth sometimes will set people free. But a liar sometimes suffers the fate of their consequences of making up fake stories and narratives. You don't run around and make fake stories up. Don't matter who it is. It's just called owning yourself. It's called telling stuff you actually know about. Don't make up fake stories. People can make up fake stories all they want if they're making like an entertainment type thing on their channel. Like if they're playing characters, like if they're like a comedian, some source of entertainer. Like I can bring Kermit the Frog up here if I wanted to. He's sitting over there in the corner. Just crushed by a bunch of stuff. Right there's Kermit. He's just crushed under some stuff. But the thing is, yeah, somebody's like, that poor frog looks like he just got murdered by a freaking sign. No, I put him up on one of my boxes, and then every time I move my workout mat, he falls off down there, and I end up just because I have to move stuff around. I take that sign, I put it on my laundry basket, I put it there, put my tripod up, put my phone up, and start recording games. So I mean, like I'm not lying about that. I do that. That's true for me because I've showed my setup on how I do my lip syncing and stuff. Thank you. Kermit deserves a prayer for being crushed by a sign. I'm not lying about this stuff. It's true. It's true thought. It's true. You know, a lot of things hold value and a lot of things hold a real meaning. But, like I said, the realness tends to fade away if people ain't real about what they say or hold themselves accountable for it. But, I just hope tonight, with everything I've said, you know, makes a lot of sense and hopefully makes people think. I'm probably going to keep this up here. I'm definitely going to share this to some people that definitely need to check this out and watch it back. And the thing is, I know it's long. I know it might be a little bit boring. I may be ranting, but I got some points in there, and I think people should watch this and check this out. And appreciate me for being me and speaking my voice and using it. You know. And here's the thing. Take side where the realness is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's two sides. One side's right and the other side's just wrong for what they're doing. I'm sure there's probably some decent people over there that are probably involved in some nonsense. They shouldn't have to be involved in it. It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street on a one-sided road. Actually, hold on. Park the car. Park the car. Hold the phone. Let's see. No. Yeah, it's a two-way street on two sides of the road. I can't make an example, but I'm hoping somebody can put the timestamp down below, and then they can look in the comments and look at some of the comments that tag the timestamp. This. I had a good thing to say earlier, and I forgot it too. Gosh dang it! I had something good to say, and I absolutely forgot what I was going to say. Gosh darn it! Poop. It doesn't matter. It don't matter if it's two-sided or not. One side's always right. You know, sometimes you got to stand on the right thing, right side of things. And yeah, there may be some real people on the other side, but I think maybe some people are either blinded on what's going on, or some people just don't care and don't want to own up to it, or don't want to even be involved. Okay, fine, whatever. But here's the thing: if they drag you into it, and people are willing to call it out, and actually admit what they're seeing, instead of the name calling or trashing, project in a different way. Go about it in a respectful manner. Be calm, be cool, be collected. No yelling, no cuss. Calm, cool, collected. You don't want to stoop to the levels of like people when they do stuff like that. That's not a good level to stoop to. It's really not. It's like taking two dummies that are you take two dummies and you add someone else. Eventually that other person will end up becoming like those dummies. You don't want that. That's not good representation. That's not good thing at all. Not at all. You don't want that. You want to be able to show people you actually, you've got decency and you have some common courtesy. And you know how to use your brain, you know how to project words, and you know how to use what you say and actually do it. Instead of, faking something and you end up reaping what you sow. So, some things are always best to call out. Bring it to the light. It doesn't matter if it's double-sided. One side is actually right and they're actually projecting what they say. But if this side, like I said, if they're just full of lies and there's some decent people over there, they're going to get wrapped up into that somehow or another. And then with time, there will be a fight. There will be back and forth. Like, it'd be like two snapping turtles trying to snap back and forth and take somebody's head off. You don't want that. Actually, hold on. Think of a lion pride. Think of a lion pride. Do you know there's always a head, there's always the females, they always fight over the male. You know how the females are always fighting over the male because they want that male to be able to help produce the offspring. Or sometimes they'll fight over who gets that male. Females will, over dominance. But the thing is, they will fight. And some people will be pushed out and casted aside, like castaways. They'll get casted out. Like a tribe. Okay, let me bring this up. I know I'm everywhere, but you get what I'm trying to say. People can watch this and explain it in the comments by timestamping. I would appreciate if people do that, please. Help me out a little bit. Comprehension, not best, but people will get what I'm saying. It's like a tribe. You got some people in here that are constantly fighting back and forth, and certain people don't want to get into the fight. But when this fight keeps going back and forth in this tribe, within time, the people that are not, that ain't trying to involve themselves, somehow or another, they're going to get thrown in the mix. As soon as they're thrown in the mix, they're casted aside to told and get out. They're told to get out. Because they're nobodies. Tell them to go find somewhere else to go. Because I really think that that's what goes on. Because everybody's like, oh, it's two-sided. One side's right, though. One side's always right. But like I said, there's good people over there that eventually end up getting wrapped up into it. And then within time, it turns into like a tribe. It turns into nothing but fighting. And within time, Those people that didn't want nothing to do with it ended up getting casted into it, and then the next thing you know, they're going to get casted out and told to leave and never come back. So, I feel like that is probably the best example to end on. Look, at the end of the day, do the right thing, own your words, own it. Do what's best. Do the right thing. Doesn't matter. Don't have to know everything. As long as you've seen enough and you can think about it common sense logically and use your brain and have a good sense. It doesn't matter if you're hiding under the radar. It don't make a lick of damn. It don't. It don't. Don't matter. Call it out. Bring the light to it. Even if people are trying to have fun. And sometimes people get washed into the current. You know, it's like people trying to swim in a. It's like people trying to swim in a. What was it? It's like when people are trying to swim against the current in a river, and you know you're trying to swim the opposite direction, where the current is going. No, that current is going to swift you away, and you're going with it. Like a man on a ship. If the man ends up in a whirlpool, and the ship has a boatload of people, they're all going down with the sinking ship. So yeah, I think that's well said enough. I do say so myself. But yeah, I hope that gives some people something to think about. I hope that shows something. I hope that brings some light. I hope that gives people to think. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate y'all being my listeners and hearing me out and just listen to what I gotta say. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all, and I will see y'all in the next one. Walker Nation, I will catch y'all later. Your leader, your leader of the kingdom, the Walker Kingdom. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope everything I said made sense, and I hope it gives people something to think about. For now, I will catch y'all later. Laters!